Scorpio, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So dear Scorpiana, today I'm going to be doing your twin flame reading for the month of January, and this is going to be a very specific reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Dear Scorpio, in this reading I'm going to be taking a look at the overall energy between you and your twin flame, past, present, and future. Clarify all the cards and get some final advice for you, and I will also close up with the relationship advice message from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Dear Scorpio, I would like to thank to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. I was not going to let my water signs just hanging in there. I had a minor cut, so if you see this, it's going to go away. I mean, it's going to heal. If it's aesthetically not so appealing, sorry, I just had a minor cut, but it's going to get better. And, I only do water signs on a separate day, so let's get into your reading and see what's going on. I'm back from snowboarding. What's going on? I'm just talking about myself. Stop being a Leo, Arman. Stop being a Leo. I came back from snowboarding, so I'm a little sore, but I feel great. It was really good. Now let's focus on you. The entire reading and the entire focus is going to be about you. Some sassy shit. Some saying, oh wow. Two of Cups. Oh, and I'm not surprised, okay? So you showed up right now. So you have the Death card here as the main energy between you and your person, or as a challenge. This is the card of a Scorpio if you're new to tarot. So a rebirth, okay? A rebirth. That's what it means, transformation. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Cups. Anytime you see the Six of Cups talking about, this is someone coming back. And this was also a challenge and the energy between Cancer and their twin flame, okay? So the Death card here, dear Scorpio, being as the main challenge and the energy between you and your twin flame, tells me that obviously there has been an ending, and this is about twin flames who have been in separations. This is that kind of a reading, and it's a very intense connection, right? When you meet your twin flame, very intense connection. It's like your soul recognizes your soul in another body, right? A lot of similarities, a lot of commonalities, very intense connection. Now, this is the energy, and this is also about you and your twin flame. What I'm seeing here is visually a phoenix rising out of the ashes type of energy. We're going to clarify, we're going to see how this is going to happen. Now, in the recent past, you have the Eight of Swords, the Chariot, and the Six of Wands. In the recent past, for many of you, I think things were blocking you and your twin flame from moving forward. So you may say that's not the case, Arman. I've had many hard days. I think you did have a lot of hard days and difficult days just being by yourself, not knowing where this relationship was going to go to, and so did your twin flame. Okay, many days of like crying and tears and just really difficult times. I feel like for many of you, with your twin flame, Scorpio, there is something here about a determination. You maybe became you are a determined sign, very intense water sign. So many of you definitely were determined to go after your dreams, your goals, but you still had this lingering, the energy and the thoughts about your twin flame at the back of your mind. I see here you being very successful in the past, okay, with the Six of Wands, very successful, or focusing on career, going after your things, but also with this twin flame, things were kind of like still lingering in your mind, okay, and there were a lot of things that you couldn't clearly see back then, which maybe you're going to be able to see now or further soon. We're going to clarify this. In the present moment, you have the Two of Cups, the Justice, and the Four of Wands. In the present moment, there is a lot of love. Okay, what I'm seeing here with the Two of Cups, it's a very strong connection here. This is the card of a twin flame as well, and you have the Justice and the Four of Wands. Now, you could be your twin flame could be married to someone else, or there could be a third party here that maybe there is involved. And it's like basically this transformation that's going to happen is how are they going to be able to make it to you? Could be legal matters here also involved as well. For a lot of you, I feel like that marriage is something that you have anticipated with your twin flame, and they have that anticipated with you as well. But I think that something here has been out of balance, and that's what needs to be set right. We're going to clarify this soon. In the near future, you have the 5 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. This is someone that you are dealing with, Scorpio. They constantly argue within themselves. They go back and forth in their mind if they should communicate with you, if they should text you, if they should call you, if they should really show up. There is a decision-making process in the near future that is going to take place. 8 of Wands is the card of communication, and this is someone that maybe sometimes they're double-minded. They go back and forth. They have a lot of internal arguments, right? And internal conflict that they need to overcome. So at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is the 6 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. Now, of course, there is going to be some sort of a comeback here between you and your person, which this could be in the form of communication, text message, or some sort of a dialogue, which is going to be about that very past situation, that why didn't it work out? Because both of you are still disappointed, very frustrated that things hadn't turned out the way that you thought it was going to. And family is something on mind, like family or living together. There could be also children involved as well. You could be dealing with someone who is either a single parent or you are a single parent also. Okay, now let's get into your reading. The cards are flying a little bit because of this hand band-aid, but I already put like a cream on it and then I covered it, but I like to leave it open so that it heals faster. But with the cards, I want to be careful. Now let's clarify the energy and the challenge between you and your twin flame, which is the Death card. Transformation is what I'm getting. Transformation in love, Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? So the Death card is clarified by the 8 of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. And I love this card so much. It's just so iconic. And the Ace of Wands at the bottom. So remember when I said there is a conflict here, internal conflict? And the communication, the 8 of Wands, right? They're going back and forth. That communication, when that comes in, first of all, you both need to resolve some sort of a unfinished business or a conflict here. Sorry. Communication just dropped on the floor. Is it coming up hot and heavy, like a hot potato? Like a jacket potato. Okay, now, I have to hold it tight, you know what I'm saying? So for many of you, I feel like that this communication, this transformation that's going to come in has a lot to do with that conflict that happened between you and them. The conflict, the misunderstanding, the arguments. There might have been third parties also here involved. I think this has a lot to do with addressing something here with the Page of Swords. Someone has a lot to say. Someone's got a lot on their mind. I'm seeing here air energy, Libra, Gemini. I'm getting also Leo, okay. Cancer, could be a Taurus also. Someone here has a lot to say. Someone has a lot on their mind, okay. And they would want to talk about if there could be a potential brand new beginning for both of you. I do see your transformation happening with the Death card. The Death card, the other definition of this is also a rebirth, transformation, shedding the old skin. And we are in 2026, but someone actually brought it to my attention. I think it could have been a Scorpio that maybe mentioned that we were kind of like still this leftover. You know how 2025 was number 9, the year of like closing cycles and shedding off the skin. So it's like someone said until February or so, or March, it's like we still have the residue. We still are like shedding off that old skin until we fully emerge into 2026. And that makes sense also, like I think like March 21st, March 22nd is when I would say, like I feel like it's like the new year of the blossoming, But we are in winter hibernation, but we're still seeing what's happening. And it's in those times when the internal transformation happens, that when the springtime comes, there is resurrection. Now, Eight of Swords in the past is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. For many of you, I feel like there was a lot of confusion in regards to where this connection was going to go to. Many of you were also questioning, why is there such an intense connection with this person? Why am I having a hard time getting this person off of my mind? You as a Scorpio, you're very, very intense, and I love that about you. And you feel very intensely and you love very intensely. So in the recent past, I feel like for many of you, you and your person, you and your twin flame definitely went through some sort of a major confusion on both ends. I'm getting here, things were very foggy, things were very heavy in the past. And for some of you, there could have been drinking problems involved in this situation as well. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Okay, and it's like you try to see the light at the end of the tunnel with this person here with the Eight of Swords. And I do feel like here you had no other choice, Scorpio, but to emerge and re-emerge yourself out of this situation and move up. There is something about internal transformation, Scorpio, clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords, and you have the Five of Cups. You had two choices. You could either just sit there and feel sorry about this whole situation, and you did feel the emotions, and I think it was very heavy. But for many of you, Scorpio, you had to give yourself another chance to live, another chance to experience life, focus on career, focus on business, and you had to be quick. You had to be very quick. Some of you maybe relocated or made a move, maybe even bought a vehicle or traveled a lot. Okay, I see here you doing things to heal yourself, doing activities and getting out of your comfort zone so that you would be able to overcome this situation in a different way as well. Six of Wands here. So I feel like you achieved something really big. And this entire twin flame situation, this relationship was still at the back of your mind. So the Six of Wands is clarified by the King of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. For many of you, I think that you knew that at a time, communication was very much unavailable and closed off between you and your twin flame. You just knew that your twin flame was not in the right place at that moment to be open to have that conversation with you, and you had to focus on your goals and careers and get your bag and do your own thing. So because someone here was very much unavailable, okay, emotionally unavailable or very much closed off, and they were not able to really talk to you, okay, about other things. Now, in regards to family, marriage, commitment, relationship, now in the present moment, there could be something here in regards to a legal matter that maybe has to be decided, has to be set right with the justice. And you have the Two of Cups, okay? Now, the Two of Cups here, I think that you also might have someone on your mind. This is for maybe very few of you, but that's a different story. I want to focus on your twin flame. That's you, Scorpio. This is you. King of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Temperance, and the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, Virgo energy. You want to help this person heal. I think you are not giving up on this person. There could be cultural differences between you and them, or this person travels a lot. Or maybe they are going on vacations, they're going on work trips, traveling for work, and you have the Temperance, Sagittarius energy. You do want to expand this relationship, you do want to heal, and I think for some of you, there is something about even wanting to go on a cruise with this person or getting on a boat with this person. That's just what I'm feeling, that's what I'm channeling. And you have the Temperance. You love this person so much that you would really want to actually heal things with them, okay? So you have the Two of Cups. Now, the Justice, something here needs to be set right. I think that is something that's very important. So let's clarify the Justice. The Justice is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Ten of Cups. Now, financial matters could be settlement here. Maybe someone is going through a divorce. Someone, maybe your twin flame, is undergoing through a situation where they have to distribute their finances accordingly. So for a lot of you, there is something here about also trusting the stability of this person, and also passing through the test. I think you know that this has been a test, but you seem to be so detached. You're almost like you're so detached, Scorpio. You don't really bother whether you will fully end up with this person or not. It's so interesting to see that energy in your reading, because you know, you do want to help this person and heal them, but you're letting them come towards you at your own time. And with the Four of Wands, you would want to marry this person, but you would never force anything, and you still may keep your options open too also. So the Four of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Cups. Like I said, no sugarcoating in my readings. I see here you possibly, you know, keeping your options open, and if it comes to be, let it be so. You might be like, you know, I might walk away. You have the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Cups. So I think your mantra here, or your main theme for your twin flame journey, is whatever's meant for me, whatever's meant for me will not pass me, you know? And luckies and blessing is on the side. You could be really also thinking about just looking into the future and really asking yourself this question: do I really want to actually continue holding on to this person? Should I really hold on to them? Should I really expecting anything from them? What is the best decision for me to do? Some of you could be thinking about traveling, like doing a lot of travel in 2026, going to many places where there is body of water, there is cruises is very important. So when you have the Wheel of Fortune, there is a turning point in your life, in your love life in general, okay, and your career too, where you're so set and you're so settled that it's like you don't argue with anything anymore. You just let it be. Like you're so chill. And you have the Five of Wands in the near future, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Meanwhile, when you are in this transformation, when you are like not obsessing over, you're not desperate, there is a shift that happens with the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is spinning. And this is kind of almost with that cord that you're connected with your twin flame. This is almost like shaking them in their boots, because they have a lot in their mind. They're still shaking them in their mind, in their boots. And they would want to communicate with you because they have a lot to say and they have to make this decision. So the Five of Wands is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Five of Wands again, and the Fool. Like I said, the cards cannot lie. And I know that you pay attention to the cards, Scorpio. You do. Okay, you have a very strong photogenic memory. Two of Swords, I mean, they got to make up their mind. And this has a lot to do with, like I said, they are battling within themselves whether they should come forward to you with the Fool and have a brand new beginning or not. And try to give this relationship another chance, okay? And could be an age difference too. There is a lot of internal battles going on, and there is a Five of Wands, and they have to make the decision. You know, this could also be someone that kind of a little bit what's the word for that? Hold on. They're contradicted. They're conflicted. They're maybe conflicted within themselves, and they feel like they will contradict themselves if they come forward to you, compared to what they said and what they want to do. But people change and energy shift all the time. Now you have the Two of Pentacles. I mean, this is what your person has, going back and forth and wanting to reach out. And the Two of Swords, right? Going back and forth, this way or that way. So let's clarify the Two of Pentacles in the near future. The World and the Hanged Man. Seeing this closure from a different ending, from a different angle, from a different position. The Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Tower, the Two of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Scorpio, you're on this person's mind, I told you. And it's telling me it's a strong earth sign energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, the Two of Swords, and the Tower. You are the Tower. And you're on their mind. And they are very earthy also. They have an earth element to them. Doesn't have to, but they're very laid and chill back, or they're very like down to earth type of a person, and they kind of have to really make the decision. They go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Should I text Scorpio? Should I not? You know? And it's still very unclear, because with the Tower here, again, they're gonna go under some sort of a Tower moment on their own as well. And one of the reasons this could be you. When you enter into someone's life, Scorpio, you bring transformation into their life. You make them see things from a different perspective. You know, I'm a North Node in Scorpio. That's my destiny, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's clarify this communication with the Eight of Wands. Is it coming or not? Let's see, because I like to get to the bottom of the root. So I'm saying So the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So I'm saying some sassy shit out here. Can't make this up. So it is coming, okay? So then, remember when this came out in the very beginning of the reading? I know you remember that, Scorpio. So you have the Four of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Cups. It's about this communication, even though they go back and forth, they're still going to talk to you about a reunion, about a reconciliation, about marriage and commitment. They are going to communicate with you. And there is so many testimonials out there. There is so many people sharing the things that I've shared and predicted and channeled have come true. This could be the one too. So I'm saying some sassy shit out there. I'm so like sore. My muscles here, but I'm feeling so good. It's kind of like, have you ever like worked out so hard, Scorpio, that it's like your muscles are sore? It kind of makes you feel good, but also it makes you feel like sore. You know what I'm saying? But I feel I'm very well rested and I feel so good about this reading. I don't know why, I'm feeling really good. Like it's just such a chill energy that you're embodying. And they're going to talk about that. And at the bottom of the deck, there is the Three of Pentacles. So this is about a cooperation and collaboration. Cash me outside, how about that? Let's set things right. Okay, with the Justice. Let's set things right. Let's settle it down. Okay, so let's see what is the advice. And you have the Six of Cups at the bottom, which is definitely a past life love connection, soul connection. So I'm sure I'm going to take this band-aid off like probably tomorrow, Okay, so let's get the advice from the deck. Okay. So you have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You have the Fool. I don't know how that okay sounded. Okay. So you have the Fool, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. I love sometimes to laugh at myself. I think it's just funny. So you have the Fool. There is a brand new beginning, even though it seems like they walked away, but they be turning around, coming on a horse. Something about a cowboy and a country. You could be a country gal, some saying, or something a Cowboy Carter Beyonce tour. Something about horses. Okay. Some of you have a horse that's named Riley. That's what I'm strongly getting. Okay. So there's going to be the advice. I mean, what's the advice? It's just you do the damn thing already. So I'm saying you already are transforming. Let them transform and catch you. How about that? To a brand new beginning. Because they be turning around and looking at you. Because you definitely made them feel real good. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio. Let's get the wisdom of the oracle message here. What do you need to know? Wisdom of the oracle message. Community, number 8. So 888 could have a very significant meaning. What's the relationship advice from this card real quick? I know everyone loves those decks, so I'm going to read this for you. You're discovering the essential qualities that you share with another and perhaps also those who don't share. There are times when you follow the other person leads and times when you lead and the other follows. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another. Accepting the truth that everyone has flaws is part of the dance, yet you're also being asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in the perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together, right? This is the perfect moment. The Death card, the Tower, the transformation, the change, okay, metaphorically speaking, is really the perfect place to be at for this change to happen, for both of you to understand how you can actually work it out and how you both can bring this relationship into a fruition here. Because what I'm really getting from your reading, Scorpio, is you do love the person, you do really admire and are connected with your twin flame, but at the same time, you're not forcing anything, and you already have done a lot of work within you. I think they're also working on certain things within themselves, and we saw already that they're going back and forth, but there is going to be eventually communication headed towards your way, honey buns, and you will tell me the success stories. So Scorpio, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. I hope that you have an amazing week ahead, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.